Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And it's cold. It's cold and I have experiments I want to do. I don't care if it's cold or not. I found these cute little silicone containers for salad dressing at Marshall's, because Marshall's is like the only close, convenient home goods type store that I can find. Anyway, so I can't find a squeeze bottle top that would fit on there like so, but when I do I'll be replacing it. I keep living in hope that I'll just spot one in my crowd of bottles, which reminds me, I have a crowd of bottles. And what I want to do is take some paint that I usually set up in this iPod case and add all the colors that I want to it very gently. And I probably use up some of the colors that are in these bottles that I seldom use. Be nice to have some black out here somewhere. I guess I'll settle for this metallic black from Anita's, which is very gray actually. I don't know how much I need, but I know that there's going to be plenty of paint. And what I want to do is I want to pour it from the iPod container into the other container and then squeeze it out and see what happens, because I don't know the answer to that. I'm trying to look for colors that I think I'll like, but sometimes the more brazen and weird the colors are, the better the piece comes out, so I kind of like to go outside my comfort zone. But having some of these bottles back would be good, because Arteza has decided that they would like me to do some more art with their products, and it hasn't arrived yet, and even when it does I'll still need bottles. So these are going to be elected because the tubes aren't very big, I noticed. I kind of still want to go sneak over and grab some of my favorite colors from my big bottles, but I'm trying to keep myself from doing that. I'm never positive which colors are going to be dominant. You'd think I would know after all this time, wouldn't you? And I'm still trying to stay within the parameters of using stuff that I want to see. And of course, nothing that I put in there is going to be the same when it comes out. I have a green I never use. What will it be? Ooh, it will be dramatic. Okay, so I didn't put any yellow in and I didn't put any orange in, and I might as well just use up all the colors that I have. That is a color shift yellow, which will make things rather interesting. And those are some funky colors, but I'm prepared to live with whatever I get. I have some, yes, I have some of this beautiful, some more I should say, I probably already used some, of it's a magenta, but then I add the golden product, the fine, the pearl fine it's called. I don't have much blue in there, and I have some nice blues that I never use. So the only thing that I really don't have a lot of in there is white, and I have some white pearl, and I'm feeling pretty good about getting rid of my, right down, okay. Not all the way, part way. Getting rid of my colors that I'm supposed to be getting rid of. I'm not thoroughly convinced that these are the greatest colors ever, but you know, I have confidence in myself that I can fix anything. Fortunately for me. So here goes nothing. This could make a terrible mess. Let's grab one of my cottage cheese containers to make a mess on. Let's wipe the dust off of it, because I could always grab a skin from that. Maybe I should do the other side. It's not as clean as it should be. Okay, well, forgive me. I want more orange. I see that right now. There's just no way around it. Alright. I don't have any gold? Really? Wow, I can't do that. I cannot work with no gold. So, here goes nothing. And let's put some right in there, because gold is key. Alright, wow. Hey, I didn't do too badly. That holds more than I thought it was going to hold. I'd like to just cover that up so I can add some more colors to it next time I do a recording, which may or may not be today considering how cold it is. Alright, let's just put that top right back on there. For now, put these things aside. And what did I want to do? I want to grab a small container. I don't care if it's Floetrol coming out or not. I want to get the shape of my heart a little better than the last time I tried this. I'm still not sure what I'm going to... Top goes right over. Of course it does. So I've got some white and I need to use it, and it's in the other building, so let's see if we can make this one work. I'm just going to use my OXO omelet turning spatula, available on my Amazon link, as most people know, but if you don't, best paint spreading spatula around. I think it actually helps reduce the number of bubbles. I still use a torch to take the bubbles out of the paint, because I shake the paint every time I use it. Because I mix up batches ahead of time, it means that the Floetrol and or whatever else I put in there, i.e. Deco Art pouring medium and GAC 800 to keep the paint from cracking, separate out and rise to the surface. So I keep a marble in my bottles and I shake them up every time, which makes bubbles, but then I use the spatula, and even though I can see some bubbles, I haven't had much trouble at all. That worked better than I thought it was going to work. Oops. Alright, so the white is there basically as a catalyst for other things. My original thought was to use a scoop, but that was going to have to be on a much larger canvas. Alright, I'm throwing that in the bucket, so when I go to find it, it doesn't have dried on paint. Not that any paint would dry today, to tell you the truth. So here goes nothing. Wow, can't believe I'm doing this. You watch, it'll just be muddy. Looks pretty muddy to me. Let's stop there. It's maybe too cold to be out here. Let's see if I can actually help myself position my paint to fill in my heart. And then I will go back and take the tubing maybe I won't go back. Maybe I'll start with a bamboo skewer. Because I'm thinking I'll probably drag some of this out, especially if it's not a good start. I see whatever that is in there. Could be a bubble, could be a foreign object. I get bug legs all the time. My dog has decided, since he's wearing a fur coat and it's cold out here, it's the perfect kind of day for him. So he's like trying to be under my feet right now. But they get stuck in the house when it's really hot. I don't think I've ever tried to just fill in a shape before, and I'm not sure it's a really good idea, but it's worth playing with just because I can. Because I can. Oh, that's the name of my book. My book is on the Amazon link below the video. And we have to do this because this is, not just because I can, but because it's cool to find out if it'll work. It's going to be kind of subtle. That's the wrong end of the skewer. I can't wait to see what happens when we torch. It's very agate, but it's actually some pretty colors in there. They're a little muddier than I wanted them to be, but you got to start somewhere. And that's mostly Floetrol, so that's easy enough to wipe off. And my heart is the shape I wanted it to be. Seems kind of foolish to want to drag it. To drag it out, but maybe I'll do that with something else. I did go a little outside. go down that way. I can't imagine how dark that looks to you because it's really not a very bright day here. I kind of want to find my tubing, which I've disposed of very adeptly. Goodbye, tubing. Good thing we're not really looking for you now. Alright, so now I think what I want to do is find a small container of any sort and put my gold in it. And I could use a dowel or this chime that I have hanging around. We'll see if I want that in a minute. This is not the brightest gold. I would prefer the gold I make up with mica powder. But this is what's here right now, so this is what I'm using. And I can always go back to the other and brighten it up later. No, I'm not measuring, and I probably should be. But I kind of figure I'm going to be doing a lot more dotting. And there's something a little more organic about it when it's not perfect also. I am very tempted to go and get my other gold and see if I can at least help this. What I wanted to do was spiral some things out on the outside of the heart. I could also use the pointed end of the skewer. Doesn't look like I'm running off to get that other gold. But that's kind of cute. Let's torch and see what happens, just because we can. We got some nice little cells. It's very cold out here today. It's not even 60 degrees, I'm pretty sure. Cold for Florida, I should say. So, since I'm smoking my paint, yeah, I see that. I'm going to let you watch that for a moment. And go get my gold. And some of my purple too, because I think it needs something. Although that is pretty neat. I just broke a fingernail. Wow. Oh well. That's what I get for rushing. Alright, so what do? Do I add some, yeah, I'm going to add some purple. Just going to do the same thing I just did, hopefully. As soon as I can get the plug out of the top. Take a clean skewer. Drip some purple. If I have a little bit of excess on the skewer, it makes it a lot easier to not pick up any color on the way back. She said optimistically. This could be a rather long process, but I usually take my time when I'm doing some Valentines anyway. Looks like I need another dot there or two. Wrong end. I do get a little distracted doing this sometimes. It's not always a good thing. It might be almost time to go ahead and grab the smaller end of the skewer. I kind of also imagine I may be doing something entirely different shortly. Yeah. It's just a trial run. It's not perfection. Kind of liking what's happening as I pull the skewer around the edge. They are definitely not as close as they were on the other side. But like I said, I'm not looking for perfection right at this exact moment. Which is good, because I'm not getting it either. Yeah, I just keep liking to play. I'm going to stop trying to measure. I don't want as this much paint on that. Oops. I imagine I'll run out of time. You know, any of the ideas I really have to create art take a lot longer than 20 minutes, but I'm having so much fun entertaining you guys and myself and getting creative and seeing what can be done in 20 minutes. It sort of supplants anything else I might have had in mind. So that's still kind of fun. Put some more purple on there. Very tempted to just squeeze it down around. Somebody's not happy. We got one that's very happy and one that's never happy. Okay, I see my little spiral. And I'm going to wonder how many times I can get away with that. I think I'm going to just do that. Even though I went to all that trouble, it's still making a nice edge. And I like the white mixing in there, so I'm going to try and go out a little further so I pull some of the white that's on the outside of the canvas. I hope my head hasn't been in the way the whole time, which means nobody will ever see this if it's really bad. So I'm stretching my bamboo skewer and removing that little thing. Okay, I've got like no time left to tell you anything. I've got a couple minutes actually. So shop my Amazon link and know what it costs to you to help me out if you wouldn't mind. Find my book there, find my omelet turning spatula, my paint spreading miracle, and my book, and my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And I will just keep right on playing while I attempt to tell you to check for my Teespring clothing below the video. Look for the Pinterest and Instagram link down at the bottom of the description under the video, under the paint pouring recipe. That's kind of cool. It needs some gold. It needs something else. It needs part 2. But it just seems so silly to have part 2. Yeah, I got another minute left. But what I really want to do is add that purple. And I say, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, thinking I'm going to come back in a minute and finish this for you guys. I might just keep right on going. Keep right on decorating. There's 400 plus other videos if you guys are interested in my stuff. So it's nice to have you here. Thanks for contributing. Wait, there we go. We can have a moment of that. Actually, if I don't give you 20 seconds of that, you probably never see it. So paint flows to paint, and even though it looks like I'm dragging furrows around, it will probably fill itself back in. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now. Priscilla out.